Can we beat Elden Ring as a medieval knight? Let's find out. I'm the Mac Knight. Let's go over the rules. Rule 1. I have to wear a full 4-piece set of knight's armor at all times. Rule 2. I can only use realistic weapons you would find in the real world, like halberds, maces, swords, daggers, whatever. Now, of course, they can't be giant swords, giant maces, giant halberds, anything like that. Rule number 3. No ashes of war unless I could do it in real life. Well, not me, but a knight. Rule 4. No spirit summons unless they're the gold summons you find before certain bosses. Let's get into it. This is me from the future. I want to apologize in advance for the mic quality. It drops from here on out. Also, like and subscribe so you don't miss videos like this every Monday. We're at the Chapel of Anticipation. I'm the Vagabond class. It's the closest thing to a knight, and I died to the Grafted Scion immediately. That's besides the point. I forget that this class starts out with a halberd, which is what we're going to be using for the playthrough pretty much. Not this halberd, but a different one. We arrive in Limgrave, and you are going to notice I do get items along the way that I don't go over. I am doing certain things that I didn't put in this, like I am doing Vari's questline, obviously to farm the Albenarix, but we're going to ignore that for now. I get my horse, and I go to Castle Morn, because Castellan Edgar drops his Banished Knight's Halberd that is a +8 already, which is great. That's exactly what we need. So for him, I just spam Charge Forth, which is actually a great Ash of War, and it is realistic, so I can use it. The spinning strikes on his halberd is also pretty realistic. You can spin a halberd around if you're strong enough. It's a great Ash of War, and I do use that a lot during this playthrough. And I also use Giant Hunt, which is realistic as well. It's just another thrust attack. Those are the only Ashes of War I even use during this entire playthrough. I'll just go ahead and tell y'all that. But I kill Edgar, I get his halberd, and as you can see, it's a +8. It's great. We are going to heavy infuse it later after I get the wheat blade, wet blade, whatever you call it. I came here for the sacred tier. I, out of habit, grabbed my physic. I'm not going to use a physic during this playthrough. It is unrealistic, so just completely ignore that. I thought about it, but we're not going to do it. So I go and I grab both halves of the Dectus Medallion, and I also grab the Axe Talisman from Mistwood. Now, the Axe Talisman increases or enhances our charged R2 attack, which is something we really need. See, 500 damage already? That's pretty good. I get a backstab on Margit. I get another riposte on him, and this fight's not horrible at all. As you can see, Spinning Strikes does a crap ton of damage too. I think I have the halberd quality infused right now. I just put it on quality because I forgot to grab the wet blade. At this point, I do go back and get it later. But actually, I die here first before I do any of that. We get back into it. I finally figure out how to use my shield. I am going to grab the Curved Sword Talisman too to enhance our guard counters. And I'm not going to lie. Up until this playthrough, I thought the Curved Sword Talisman and a guard's counter was when you just dodged an attack and hit an enemy with a curved sword. I thought it did more damage that way. I didn't find out until now that a guard counter was blocking with your shield and pressing the right trigger and doing a heavy attack. But I do use that a lot during this playthrough, and it's actually very fun. So if you've never done it before, I would recommend doing it. I'll let the rest of this fight play out. It's pretty good. I'm not going to cut anything here. And the poise damage these halberds do, even later game, is unreal. So Margit goes down, I teabag him, and get my second talisman pouch. I am going to put the guard's Curved Sword Talisman there. And I also do grab the Claw Talisman while I'm here because I am going to be doing a bunch of jumping attacks as well. I don't put that in here, but I do grab that. This Banished Knight always terrifies me. I sneak up, backstab him, do Spinning Strikes. He goes down in like 3 hits. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane. There's the talisman. I'm making my way through Stormville, and it's time for Godrick. Godrick's a joke, but what's sad is actually this is probably one of my favorite fights in the game. I love fighting Godrick. He's a great boss. He just is. I don't care what anybody says. He is. I hit him with my Ash of War here. It's doing a ton of damage. He gets his Dragon's Arm. And I'm just going to let this play out too, because I just love this fight. And this is already like the 3rd stagger I've gotten on him. and I'm still at +8 quality infused here. Still haven't grabbed the Iron Whip Blade. I think it's an Iron Whip Blade. I may be. It's the one you get in Stormville, I guess. And the end of the fight here, I'm just letting him do his thing. I make him feel good about himself. Have no reason to heal there. And I get 1, 2. Godrick's down. I gotta listen to him talk. The halberd's a great looking weapon. We go to Liurnia, and I do backtrack back and forth while I'm in Liurnia, so if anything looks inconsistent, that's why. But I make my way over. I get the Glintstone key and go into Raya Lucaria. Dodge and weave between these two guys, who are a top 5 worst enemy in this game. These two specifically, they suck. I go into Raya Lucaria and I go to take on Red Wolf. Spoiler alert, I die immediately. I say that this is actually the second time I've ever done a melee-only playthrough. Not like this though. The first time I was using Ashes of War and magic and stuff like that to buff myself, and I was using the Giant's Hammer, so it was pretty easy. This is the first time I've done it like this though. So anyways, I do Vari's quest, get invaded by Magnus 3 times, die, and I get to go to Mogwin's Palace. This is where I start, some inconsistencies may show up. I say this like my level and all that, but I farm here is the point. I go back to the debate parlor. I guess I cut out the part where I killed the Red Wolf. I killed him. I just hit him a couple times. Now it's time for Moongrim. Horrible. Not horrible. He's hard. But this Ash of War makes a joke of him, and he goes down very easy. I always like fighting this guy. He's one of my favorite fights. Now I get in here, fight Rennala. I murder her crippled children. You do the thing. You go find the glowing one. You poke them, and the first phase is just it's okay, I guess. But I just run around and poke them. I can't find this one. There they are. She falls down, and I think it takes me like 2 charged R2s. I have the Axe Talesman equipped. I have the Jump one equipped right now too. I still only have 2 Talesman pouches. For the third one, I've obviously got to get 2 Great Runes, so I get it right after this fight. Rennala, in her second phase, is easy, and you're probably wondering why I'm still fat rolling. My dumb butt so I went and grabbed the Lance because I thought I would use the Lance during this playthrough. I don't use it at all, but I forget to unequip it until like halfway through the game. That's why I'm fat rolling. So I use my Ash of War. She can still get away from it, and she summoned like 3 times during this fight. Of course, the last one's the dragon. I whiff like 4 times here trying to hit her. Right here, I finally get her. And I forget that the summon stays in the fight for like an extra 10 seconds, so I stand here and almost die to it like a moron. But anyways, that's Rennala. Let's take on the third boss. I finally unequipped the Lance. I want to go fight Radahn. Might as well. Now, this is one of the fights, like I said in the beginning, with the gold summons. I will use these summons because they make sense for the fight. All these people are in Redmane Castle wanting to fight them, so we might as well summon them. And a little side note, there is a 1 summon to the left here, the Finger Maiden Thurolina. She's the GOAT summon for this fight. She stays nearby you the entire time, and she casts heal. So if you're low on health or flasks during this fight, stay by her. She'll heal you up, and she dodges amazing during this fight too. And she's the only one who like stays alive during the entire fight. But I'm getting tore up here, and like I said, I die to these bosses quite a few times. Not a lot, like 2 or 3 times. So it is cuts of different fights. Just I put the action in there. I don't know what's going on during this fight. Anytime I do this fight, I always have no idea what's going on. We get the stagger. I get the riposte on him, and everybody just goes in right here on Radahn. He can't, jump to do his little meteor slam. I guess we stagger him again at some point, but we get him down to like less than a quarter health before he takes off. We're just, everybody's locked in right now. It was pretty crazy. Lionel the Lionhearted gave his life though, and we're forever grateful for him. I do go and summon Castilian Jaren. I thought it was Lionel summon sign, but it's Jaren, so I do summon him. I'll let the rest of this fight play out too, because everybody's just going all in, and it looks cool. It's cool out here. There's no summon there. I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, everybody's just going all in. Everybody's dying. I think the only ones left alive at the end of this may have been Okina. Oh, I guess all these people. He hit that Rivers of Blood, and I guess he hit a bleed proc or something, but he's dead. Anyways, we go to Altus Plateau, take on the Draconic Tree Sentinel. For this fight, I always sneak around behind him. I get 3 charged R2s in to stagger him, get a 4th one in while he's down, and the best way to approach this fight, especially I guess as a melee build, is you want to bait out 2 attacks. You hit the little horse flame shoot thing, and you want to stay on his left side, his shield side, because his shield does less damage if you get hit by than his Dragon's Claw does. And also it's a long windup, as you can see there. I still get hit by it. Another attack you want to watch out for is when the horse does its slam like this, it'll neigh up or whatever. Just avoid it. But yeah, stay on the left side. And I think for the second phase, anytime he does his lightning attacks, it'll do an AoE across the entire left and right side, so you do still have to roll for that. But Nighty Night here is doing pretty good so far. And the Tree Sentinel goes down, we can go into Lanedale. Godfrey, the Ghost, is up next. His fight's the exact same as his first phase at the end of the game. Pretty much, I just roll to his left side here, and I do a regular R2. So I roll R2, dodge his attacks, R2. I don't R2 there for some reason. And I'm not locked in here at all. But yeah, just roll through his attack, roll through his stomp, roll through the attack, R2, roll. I get caught up there, but anyways, you keep rolling. And I go to the pokey R1s here for some reason. We're dodging, poke. I don't know why I'm poking instead of doing a heavy attack. Dodge, poke, dodge, and poke some more. If it's the same at the end game when you fight Godfrey, so if you struggle with this first phase, just do that. I think this is the second boss that I finished off with a riposte. Now for Morgott, we are going to summon Melina because she's a gold summon, and the whole point is to take her to the foot of the Erd Tree. So, and it's the only time you get to summon her in the game. So we're going to summon her, and I feel like, you know, if anybody says, oh, that's not realistic, you can't summon somebody, well, I feel like it's part of the lore, you should do it in these instances. And plus, it increases the boss's health anyway, so there is a kind of a trade-off there. You get a cooperator to fight with you, but the boss gets increased health, so it's okay. For Morgott here, I don't even know what to do against this guy. Melina kind of gets used as a bait, and I jump attack. Now on the riposte here, she does her little raining stars thing, does some extra damage. That's what we want. Normally during this fight, Melina's a joke. She don't do anything. She does not attack. She just kind of stands near you. Second phase, I get turned into a barbecue skewer, flung off. Now, I'm at 1 HP here. I don't know how I survived that. I should have been dead, but I survived it. It was crazy. I just wanted to keep that in there. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that happen to them before. It happened twice during this playthrough where the attack got me down to 1 HP. It was crazy. And Melina actually gets the death blow there, the final kill. And next up was the Fire Giant. I have a plus 18 heavy infused halberd now. I was struggling with the Fire Giant. So I decided to go to the yellow annex tunnel to get smithing stone 8s. No, I don't have a plus 25 yet, it's plus 18. And in order to get there, it's in the consecrated snowfield. You obviously have to have the 2 halves of the secret medallion. One of them is with Commander Niall, so we have to take him out first. And you're like, and the Fire Giant's probably easier than this guy, but I've never had trouble with Niall or what is it, O'Neill in the Aeonia Swamp. I don't have trouble with this boss or the Banished Knights. They're no matter the playthrough, they're never difficult for me. But Commander Niall, like same thing with Godfrey. I bait an attack and I roll to his, I guess, my right, and I whack him. And I mean, my weapon's doing good damage. Now he does his veteran's prosthesis lightning attack here. I'm gonna be honest with you, when he drops it at the end of the fight, I just thought that was something he had in his pocket. I didn't know he actually had one of them on his foot. I've never noticed it. I've never looked. I'm getting beat up here. Now this is the other, I go down to 1 HP again. I don't know how. It happens twice, like I said. But anyways, we take down, well, we're about to take down Commander Niall here. And I'm running Giant's Hunt now too. It's okay. It's an alright Ash of War. He goes down, I get the medallion, and we go through the completely beautiful consecrated snowfield area. Go to Yellow Annex Tunnel. I guess it's yellow. Anyways, I get the smithing stones, the Ancient Dragon smithing stone. I got a plus 25 heavy infused now, and it's a lot better. I still do die to the fire giant. I died to him, man, like 10 times or so. It was horrible. And I do swap between the heavy infused halberd and a blood infused halberd. Now, I would see, I die here still. You may say blood infused, well, why are you infusing weapons? That's not realistic. Well, I only do the blood infused because a sharp object such as a sword or halberd or anything like that, if you get hit by it, you're gonna bleed. So I can use a blood infusion, I feel like. So we're just doing the heavy R2 on his ankles here, and it takes 2 heavy R2s to break the braid or whatever on it. And the first phase is fine. It's the second phase that's not fine. But I just go into some jump attacks here, stagger him, do my heavy charged R2, get the little spinny spin in, Giant Hunt. I'm throwing it all on this ankle. I know that thing's got to be throbbing by now. But we're about at a second phase. We get into the second phase. This is where it really sucks. Like, it's just random. He'll do whatever he does, or I'll just get randomly hit by these fire, where he shoots it out of his stomach into the air. That's really what's killing me. That and the freaking rolling. Screw you, man. Anyways, we get back into it. Second phase here. He's still rolling. The hands or whatever. I don't care. I was so over this fight at this point. I'm just hitting his feet. I don't even hit his hands because it ain't worth it. Over time, I do more damage hitting his feet and his thigh than I do hitting the hands. Or the eye. I don't even go for the eye. I just get in here. I'm using spin strikes now. And that it's just, I hate this freaking phase. It's not the boss, it's just the phase. And I'm using the blood infusion here. As you can see, I proc bleed there. I throw Melina into the forge here and burn her, whatever. We get to the worst place in the game. I hate this area. And I realize, being a knight, I haven't fought a dragon yet. I'm supposed to fight a dragon. And I haven't done that. I know, I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't fight Placidusax here. I didn't have time to do it. So I fight, I think this is formerly known as the strongest ancient dragon. I proc bleed on his head here. I wasn't even paying attention during this fight at all either. I still have blood infusion on here. And it's doing numbers on him. Plus 25, still using the Banished Knight's Halberd. I have swapped back to this shield, I forgot what it's called. Or swapped to this shield. But I'm not even using it. I'm just rolling. And I get blown away by his air blast here or something. I don't really get hit too much during this fight. But yeah, like any other dragon, I stay on one of his feet and just go to town on it. Yeah, I get hit there. That's about it. And like every other boss, I start whiffing at the end. Look, I thrust attack and my long reach weapon doesn't reach. But the dragon goes down and I've saved the princess. Donkey! Now it's time for the Godskin Duo. This is another fight where I do use the gold summon. Obviously, one, because it's the Godskin Duo, and their whole little fight has a melee build. And two, recusant Rennala is physically in Farum Azula, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not summoning him from another world. I mean, I guess technically I am, but he's physically here. We're gonna pretend he physically walked with me here. He's my companion, and he can tank some hits now. Like he does good. He does what he's supposed to. He distracts them. I'm being a chicken here. I have not even ran in yet. I start spinning strikes, and it procs bleed like immediately. These two are susceptible to bleed, like super susceptible. And he goes into his rolly thing here, and there we go. And I get hit here. I always get hit by it. I can never dodge it. I roll through him. I did amazing there. I get hit there. Thankfully, I tried to heal. And I heal again. I just kind of stand off to the side. I'm not doing anything, but I take down I think he's the noble. And this one's the Apostle. We take down the Apostle, back to the Noble, because he's terrible. And again, Rennala's just doing his thing, distracting. They summon back in the Apostle, and we proc bleed again. And he goes down. And now it's time for this guy, who we also proc bleed on, like, immediately. We'll see here in a second. 1, 2, 3. Only took 3 times. Get the stagger and the riposte. Nice. That's the Godskin Duo. Next up, we have the Beast Clergyman in Maliketh. Now, there's a specific attack we want to bait out here. It's this drop-down attack. After this 4-hit combo he does, we can get one swing in while staying safe. I have gotten another shield here that I upgrade. I don't use the shield at all throughout the game anyway. But, yeah, the input, much like Sekiro, sucks when you try to dodge in this game. But we want to just stay close, bait out his little 4-hit combo if we can. See if he does it here. There we go. 1, 2. Nope, that's not it. I don't know. I just stay tucked into his stomach and hit him. There's really no game plan here at all. I get lucky here, and he does his little dagger drag. I get 2 jump attacks in, stagger him, get the riposte. I guess they're called ripostes in this game. That's what I've been calling them. That's what ticks me off. Whenever you stagger them like that, and you go to hit, it does nothing to him. Now, phase 2 is pretty easy. It's the easier of the 2 phases to me. You just get under. You want to stay close this entire time. Now, I do my Ash of War here to see if it does more damage. I guess it does. I don't know. But if you stay close, he won't do any of his AoE attacks, really. And when he does do them, obviously I get stuck in that one. You'll see. Yeah, he'll jump up in the air like that and do them. There's not really too much to this phase besides you stay underneath him, kind of like the first phase. And you can get away with pretty much any attack here. And he's not going to hit you at all. You may have to roll once or twice, but that's about it. He does one more AoE attack here, and another one, and this is the last hit I got to get on him. I'm playing it safe here. I go in, roll, give him a little pokey poke, and the Nighty Night puts Maliketh to night. T-Night. Next up is this piece of garbage. He killed me quite a few times, I'm not even gonna lie. It's because he kept spamming all these attacks. But pretty much for this entire fight, I kind of try to wedge him into this corner here. See, I don't know how that hit me, but he's going to do 4 of these, and I just kind of poke him. I need to time my pokes pretty much right when he gets out of his roll here. And I lied earlier. I do use the shield. I use it right here. I get the backstab on him, and I hate Gideon. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. What a douchebag. Then I gotta listen to him talk. He never shuts up. Next up is Godfrey. Now, much like his apparition form or whatever it is, his first phase is the exact same as that. You just roll And don't do what I'm doing here. Dodge ride. Get a jumping R2. With it, I think my strength is at like 39 right now. I know I haven't updated y'all on that at all, but that's what it's at. And again, don't do what I'm doing here. But it takes 2 staggers usually. I can get 2 staggers in. Now when Orlu starts, let him do his little grab. You can get a jump R2. You can get another one when he does his yell. Don't do what I'm doing here. I'm just being reckless. When he does his Earth Shaker, just roll straight through it. I mean, this entire fight we just jump R2. We get a stagger on him. It does not finish him off, however. And it's very nerve-wracking because it only takes 1 or 2 hits for him to kill me. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared. And he's done for. Next up is Radagon and the Elden Beast. Now, this is probably one of the easier fights in the game in my opinion. He's very slow, telegraphed. I get knocked out as I say that, but if you stay close, he doesn't do anything too crazy. He'll do his hammer slams like you see here, and just tuck and roll. And you avoid most of them. And this is pretty much a Radagon. Nothing crazy. I finish him off with a heavy R2 attack here. I don't really know what to talk about when I do these videos, so I just kind of say what I'm doing on screen. Now for the Elden Beast, you run up behind his tail here, and we're just going to heavy R2 away. This is pretty much the entire fight. Get on Torrent whenever he goes underwater or whatever he's doing. Get back up close, jump R2. I don't stagger him at all during this fight, I think until the very end. I guess you gotta hit that weak spot in his stomach, but I don't go near there because he'll do his little breath attack, and I want to avoid that if I can. Get up close, more jumping R2s. It's a very anticlimactic final fight. He'll do his Elden, I guess they're Elden Stars, but get on Torrent, yeah. Some of these attacks I don't like. There's a lot of questionable decision choices with this game. But anyways, we're going to finish up the Elden Beast here. And here we go. This is where I staggered him at. I don't get the death blow, but that's it. You can be Elden Ring as a realistic knight. No magic, none of that fancy stuff. If you enjoy content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. I drop videos like this every Monday. And until next time.